It's repetition. I'm coming back to you. Repetition. The only thing I can do. And I can still recall how you will hold me. The way you vast away broke so slowly. It's repetition. I'm coming back to you. Repetition. The only thing I can do. Repetition. And we can see this through. It's repetition. I'm coming back to you.
Boy, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. See, don't ever set me free. I always want to be by your side. Boy, you really got me now. You got me so I can sleep at night. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. You really got me. You got me so I can't sleep at night. See, don't ever set me free. I always want to be by your side. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
You've been running round, running round, running round, throwing that dirt all on my name. Cause you knew that I knew that I knew that I'd call you up. You've been going around, going around, going around every party in LA. Cause you knew that I knew that I knew that I'd be at one. I know that treasure's gone, perfume regrets. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you, what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention, you don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I ensure I'm never getting over you. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly face. I'm gone.
Good afternoon, esteemed guests. I ask that you please place your phone on silent for the duration of the ceremony. Could I ask that you refrain from standing in the aisles during the ceremony, as we need to keep these areas clear for health and safety purposes. Please identify your closest emergency exit. In the case of an emergency, please use this exit and take direction from venue staff. Can you now please stand and welcome our official party? Please remain standing for the Australian National Anthem to be performed by Ms. Clara Hutton and Ms. Varney Kioski, students from the CQUniversity Mackay Conservatorium of Music. Can I ask that you please remove your hats, bonnets and mortarboards at the start of the National Anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Thank you, Ms. Hutton and Ms. Kioski. Please be seated. Good afternoon, esteemed guests. My name is Nicole Thompson. I am an Associate Lecturer in Theatre at CQUniversity, and I am your Master of Ceremonies for today. Graduates and guests, welcome to this graduation ceremony of CQUniversity, Australia. We ask that all guests remain in their designated seat for the duration of the ceremony, and that you please continue to follow the instructions of staff. At CQUniversity, our graduation ceremonies are all about the celebration of achievements. We would love you to cheer out loud as your friend or family member crosses the stage today, and I think we should practice. And go! Thank you very much. You will notice that the university mace is located centre stage. The mace is a symbol of the authority of the Council of the University and signifies the university's responsibility to work for the sustenance of our present world and to ensure that future generations are not disadvantaged but are enriched by our efforts. I now invite Uncle Philip Kemp to deliver the welcome to country.
In the language of my grandfather, Binbigaribiri Wangarani. G'day everyone. Inami Nandi Iwi Baragu. This is the land of the Iwi people. On behalf of the ancestors and descendants of the Iwi people, who are the traditional custodians for this area where we meet this morning, or today, I welcome you to Iwi country. The boundaries for Iwi country extend north to O'Connell River, about 100 k's north, south to Cape Palmerston Ilbilby, about 80 k's south, west to the Clark and Connors Ranges, and takes in the coastline, but also the nearby coastal islands between our, about 10 k's offshore between our northern and southern boundaries. To familiar friends and to those I'm yet to meet, my name is Philip Kemp. Through my mother and her father and his mother, my family and I are descendants of the traditional custodians who walked this land for many, many generations. It is important to acknowledge that we walk in the footprints of people who walked on and cared for this country for thousands of years before colonisation changed the environment and way of life of the traditional custodians for this Mackay region so drastically over 160 years ago. I pay respect to all Iwi elders past, present and emerging. I acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait people from other country areas who have made their home in Mackay, and I pay my respect to their elders past, present and emerging. I also acknowledge my Australian South Sea Island heritage through my maternal great-grandmother and pay my respects to the Australian South Sea Island elders past, present and emerging. I welcome all people gathered here today. On behalf of the ancestors and descendants, I would like to welcome all distinguished guests and members of the CQU faculty to Iwi country. Importantly, I would like to welcome all graduates who have demonstrated an enormous effort to complete their qualifications and who I'm sure may have wondered whether the journey was worth the hours spent in meeting assignments on time when invitations to less stressful events were taking place around you. I believe your being present today confirms your decision to give up some of those preferred events that may have had you thinking twice about your decision to either give up or just keep going. I welcome family and friends who have supported students while they have completed their studies. My father, known to many as Uncle Tim, was a strong advocate for education, as he himself in his early years in the 1930s was denied the opportunity for learning. And he decided that he would take every opportunity to better his education by carrying a dictionary with him wherever he travels so that he could learn the meaning of every new word that he heard. In his later years, he educated many in this community about Aboriginal traditional laws and Aboriginal ways of living with the natural environment. And in his retirement, he was invited by educators to share his wisdom and knowledge about educating children and adults at many schools in the Mackay district. And in the 1990s, he was also a tutor at Mackay TAFE here on this campus. It is truly heartwarming to see students who proudly identify with their Aboriginal, Torres Strait Island and Australian South Sea Island heritage, who have taken formal education seriously as a means to paving their way in the world. I congratulate you and wish every one of you future success in the knowledge that you do your families, friends and lecturers proud. To all graduates, welcome to Yuwi country, the home of my ancestors, where your significant day is celebrated today. May the spirits of the Yuwi people watch over us all and keep us safe. So once again, welcome to Yuwi country. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Philip. I now invite the Chancellor, Mr. Graham Innes AM, to deliver the address of welcome.
Thanks, Connie. Thank you, Nicole, and good afternoon, distinguished guests, friends, family, children, staff, and of course, most importantly, graduands. I know, as the sign in the back of the window of the car says, we have some babies on board today. They may make some noise during the ceremony. Go them. They're celebrating just the way we are, and I think it's fantastic. Please let them stay. It's part of the celebrations. I acknowledge that today's ceremony is on the traditional country of the Yuwi peoples of the Birragubba Nation. And I recognise that this country has and always will be Aboriginal land. I pay my respects to elders, past, present and emerging. And may I particularly thank you, Uncle Philip, for your welcome today. One of CQU's real missions is to support the education and learning. In fact, our motto is perpetual learning, but support the education and learning of all peoples, including First Nations peoples. And that's really symbolised today by our mace bearer, who is one of our Indigenous engagement officers. So thank you, Doug, for doing that role. I also acknowledge members of the South Sea Islander community who are here today. Recognise that many of your ancestors were brought here as slaves some time ago, and I note your contributions to your own community and the broader community in this area as well. I also want to acknowledge our Auslan interpreter today. I worked for many years as the Disability Discrimination Commissioner with Auslan interpreters. I'm excited that this is my first CQU graduation where I'll be doing that, and knowing that my words and the words of others will be expressed in Auslan today. So thank you. I'm really pleased to be here at today's graduation ceremony in Mackay. You know, CQUniversity is firmly established in regional Australia, and we value the important role that we play in delivering qualified and skilled graduates to areas such as the Mackay and Whitsunday region. We're proud to be a university that spans Australia. And we do this in a number of ways, through our extensive campus network, our partnership with regional university study hubs, and our distance and online delivery, which, you know, we've pioneered for almost 6 decades now. Our ability to connect and engage with learners and partners regardless of geographical and other barriers, is what sets CQUniversity apart. Many of you have joined from many places, and thank you for joining us today. Some of you have travelled long distances. Some of you could not be with us physically and are joining us online, and you are all welcome to this ceremony. We're also joined by distinguished guests and valued members of the local community and industry. And I welcome our guest speaker, Ms. Linda Murray, and Mayor Greg Williamson of the Mackay Regional Council, who we were able to spend some time with this morning, catching up on local affairs and activities. Been a bit happening, Mayor, in the last month or two with elections and various other council activities. Miss Amanda Cam, MP, member for Whitsunday, and the many other supporters and university who are attending today. You know, I'm very proud to be sharing with you, our graduates, the celebration of completion of your studies. It's a wonderful cocktail, isn't it, of achievement, relief, and sadness. And I acknowledge the important role of those who supported you along the way. Parents, partners, children, siblings, friends, educators, and employees have provided guidance, wisdom, and encouragement throughout your study journey. I know just how vital support is when reaching personal and professional goals. You know, I was the first in my family to attend university. And like many students, I faced challenges along the way. But with the support of family, friends, and probably about 100 volunteer law book readers, many of whom had never studied a word in law, so that was an extra challenge, I completed my studies. Our supporters' belief in us helps us to develop resilience and to find a way through. And through belief, we can change our world. So to graduates today, please know that you are graduating from a university that creates change, a university that values studies in your communities, a university delivering research that helps to make the regions that we live in better, research that is applauded and adopted across the globe. The experiences and knowledge that you take away from this study journey will mean that you can make change within your communities. You can harness your qualification to empower others, and you can become an advocate for those who are disempowered and an advocate for yourself. Challenging limitations and creating your unique mark on the world around you. As a graduate of CQUniversity, the qualification that you will receive today is your key to unlocking a rewarding future career. So use it well. Your qualification is the product of your dedication, your hard work, and your application. So be very proud of what you've achieved today. This ceremony is based on a long history of university traditions which honour and celebrate the acquisition of knowledge. Such traditions as doffing of caps as you cross the stage, the gowns, mortarboards and bonnets that we wear, and the testomas which are signed and sealed with the insignia of Central Queensland University. At the end of the ceremony today, you will take part in the tradition of turning the tassel. This symbolises your transition from graduand to graduate. Finally, to those of you graduating today, please remember the motto of CQUniversity is Doctrina Perpetua. And this, for those just like me who don't speak Latin, means forever learning. Today doesn't signal the end of your educational journey. Instead, it marks a major milestone along the way. Thank you for your hard work and dedication, and congratulations on the culmination of your studies. All the very best for the future.
Thank you, Chancellor. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Nick Klomp, to deliver the opening address.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this very special graduation here in Mackay. I too would like to acknowledge that we're on the lands of the Yuribara people, and I stop to acknowledge that and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. And thanks for such a warm welcome to country, Uncle Philip. I'd also like to acknowledge the many special guests who are joining us today, including those who are joining us virtually through our live stream of the ceremony. Welcome, indeed, welcome everyone. But I'd especially like to acknowledge the people for whom we're all gathered here today, our CQUniversity graduates. Congratulations, graduates. Today, you have reached the important milestone of achieving a tertiary education qualification that will help change the very course of your lives. Completing a qualification requires dedication, perseverance and determination, but it's also important to acknowledge the additional challenges our graduates have faced and impressively overcome throughout their study journeys. Graduates, we recognise you've juggled family, work and study commitments all at once. Many of you have worked more than one job to make ends meet. You've had to adapt to new modes of learning, including online classes and virtual group work and remote assessments. Many of you have had to travel for teaching blocks and practical placements. I can see some of you nodding as I'm reminding you of it all. And for our international students here today, you've had to adjust to a life in a whole new country, often separated from your loved ones. But despite facing all these challenges, you have persisted with resilience and determination to seek solutions for your communities and industries, driven by a commitment to not only enrich your own life, but also to make a lasting and positive impact on the lives of others. As the Vice-Chancellor of Australia's largest regional university, I regularly reflect on the many challenges that confront regional communities across Australia and indeed around the world. Yet every time I attend a graduation ceremony and speak to our graduates, I'm reminded that CQUniversity and the graduates we produce genuinely change lives. Every story I hear reflects the significant impact our graduates have already made during your time as students and highlights the immense potential you possess to drive meaningful change in the future. Take, for example, our hospitality students who donate their time and to serve food to the homeless, while our beauty and aged care students attend to the grooming and self-care needs of our community's most vulnerable. How about our allied health students applying their socially innovative mindsets to work alongside our engineering students and the community to make our homes, parks and beaches more accessible to those in our regions living with a disability? Or our researchers undertaking applied research to develop sustainable and innovative practices and solutions to support our regional communities that are adopted nationally and internationally. Graduates, your unwavering commitment and hard work to make a difference has forged a path to a brighter future, not only for yourselves, but for your families, your communities, and for future generations. In fact, we know that by you crossing the stage here today to collect your qualification, your relatives, your children, and even your children's children are now more likely to attend university themselves. Your achievement today has created a ripple effect of lifelong benefits that extend not only for those around you, but importantly to those who come after you. There's a whole lot of reasons to be really proud of yourselves today. As you transition from student to alumnus of CQUniversity, we ask that you accept this responsibility alongside your qualifications and your knowledge and your skills and your voice to make a difference to others and to contribute to creating a better world for all. As you embark on this new chapter as proud new members of the CQUniversity alumni community, one, by the way, that boasts more than 130,000 graduates, 130,000 experts, professionals, innovators, change makers and leaders just like yourselves, I implore you to dream big, challenge the status quo, push boundaries and never settle for mediocrity. Your potential is limitless and the world needs your innovative ideas, your compassionate hearts and your courageous spirits. Because success is not just about achieving your goals, it's about making a difference, leaving a legacy and inspiring others to reach for the stars as you have been. Be the change makers, the trailblazers and the visionaries who help shape a brighter and more inclusive future for all. But graduates, you still need to celebrate today. You deserve all the recognition you're getting. It's been a whole lot of hard work and this is an amazing achievement. And as you take your next steps in your careers, remember to embrace every opportunity that comes your way. And as the Chancellor has said, never stop learning. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker. As General Manager for the Hay Point Port and Rail Operations, Linda has a career spanning more than 20 years in the mining industry and over 10 years in heavy industrials. Having spent more than 13 years living in remote mining regions, Linda is passionate about improving engagement in regional communities and is a strong advocate for improving the mental health of employees. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Linda Murray to deliver the occasional address.
Thank you, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Council members, CQU Executive, CQU academics, graduates, family and friends. I'd also like to thank Uncle Philip and respectfully acknowledge the traditional owners on the land on which we meet today, the Yuwi people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I also extend my respects to all First Nations people who are here with us today. To the graduates, thank you and congratulations. I'm honoured to be speaking here today as a proud CQU alumni myself, as well as my capacity as a General Manager of Hay Point as part of the BHP Mitsubishi Alliance. BHP and Mitsubishi are organisations where social value is at the very heart of everything we do, a way of doing business which ensures a very positive contribution to the economy, the environment and the communities and regions that we work in. Being involved with today's graduation is very near to my heart. I grew up here in Mackay. I'm a local girl. I did all my schooling here and was very privileged to be able to study here. It heavily influenced my passion for growing the capability of regional communities and the understanding of the importance of the role of regional communities in the wider Australian economy. We know people are our greatest asset, and investing in local skills creates opportunity for regional businesses and supports community initiatives to build capacity for those living in the regional towns. We are very lucky here that we are able to have such an amazing town with a very forward-looking council, with great resources such as the Greater Whitsunday Alliance and the Resource Centre of Excellence. This affords us the ability to be able to stay in our region and also have world-class facilities. The key to growing capabilities in regional communities is education, training and skills, which is why we're very proud at BMA to be able to have a long-term partnership with Central Queensland University. This important partnership delivers a mix of skills, education and research programs, from providing over 150 scholarships, developing new and innovative courses and undertaking research to prepare our community for the jobs of the future. But today is about you, the graduates, to celebrate the success of your achievements, for each of you for growing into your capabilities and completing the course. Today certainly takes me back over 20 years ago, where I was sitting where you are today, feeling very nervous. I can recall, is my hat on straight? mortarboard? Am I going to fall up the steps? And most importantly, do I shake first or do I take my degree first? But as I reflect on that, I think it's very important as you walk across that stage to feel the immense sense of pride for everything you have achieved. I read last week that Mackay is one of the most business-friendly regions, and I think that reflects in the smiles and the faces of everyone here today. Steve Jobs once said, "You've got to find what you love," and that is as true for your work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. I don't think truer words were ever uttered. How is it that you can bounce out of bed at 4 a.m. in the morning and still have a pep in your stride? How can you be energised? I'm one of the fortunate ones. I'm lucky that I love what I do. I'm blessed, but it isn't because of luck, it's because of hard work. And something I call my 4 Ps. And with your indulgence, I'll take you through what my 4 Ps are. They are progress, persistence, passion, and people. My 4 Ps are my brand. It's what I'm known for. And hopefully you can reflect on what your brand is as you navigate your next steps of your careers. Whether you're about to start your first professional role, or whether you're striving for that promotion or pay rise. Whatever your driver was that made you decide to progress and do some additional studies, that is what should be driving you. Now, it may not feel like it today, but if you thought your studies were over, I'm going to encourage you to review that thinking. What I can share with you is a lifelong learning is critical for progress, both professionally and personally. You can never sit still. Our world moves so fast. We need to stay relevant and up to date. And while today may not be the day to go and enrol in a new course, tomorrow definitely is the day to continue to invest in yourself, to continue your learning journey. There are a myriad of ways to be able to do that. It could be a podcast when you drive to work. It could be travel. Who doesn't love it to get on a plane and sip that first sip of champagne? A conference, a conversation with someone who has a speciality that you don't know anything about. It can be all the way through from micro-credentials to full postgraduate studies. The main thing is you can never stop learning. Learning how to learn is the greatest gift. This, sprinkled with a high level of curiosity and inquisitiveness, is a recipe for full and interesting life. So, please never stop learning. There is never enough hours in the day to gain more information. And this is a great segue to the next P, persistence. You have all demonstrated a phenomenal level of persistence to be able to get here today. And some of you, like me, probably were managing a family, a full-time job while you managed your studies. But it was all worth it, although I'm sure at times, like my doctor who thinks my drinking coffee too much and lack of sleep is often questionable, whatever it takes to get here is often the way. Persistence will bode you well in all the challenges life throws at you. I hope you can remember that when a challenge is thrown at you, that anchored deep within you is the ability to learn and grow. Persistence is the internal fortitude that drives us each to push ourselves. You each have a different driver. It might be to create a better life for your family. It might be to travel and work. Whatever it is, please reflect on why you're doing this to ensure you never give up when that first stumbling block occurs. For me, I'm a very curious person and I love data. My team often reflect on my incessant need for more information. But I want to make a difference. And that gives me the drive to make sure I dust myself off every time I fall over. And trust me, that happens regularly. The most salient piece of information I can give you is what I share with all my teammates. If you are not uncomfortable, you are not growing. And that takes a tremendous amount of persistence to remain uncomfortable at all times. And I'll give you an example. Very early in my career, after I'd not long graduated from CQU, I picked up a role in a pharmaceutical company developing drugs. So I used to work in a medical facility developing medicines. And I'd sit in a room with 50 other boffins in our white lab coats, and we'd sit there and we'd just talk about science. And then we'd see all these flash people walk past us that were the sales reps, the pharmaceutical sales reps, and they'd be like talking about how they were out dealing with the public and talking to the doctors and all this cool stuff. And we'd sit there and go, oh, thank goodness we don't have to deal with people. We can just hide in here with our machines. 30 years later, I couldn't imagine going back to being a technical boffin. I love getting up and talking to people every single day. It's what energises me. So change is inevitable. You will change. This is the beauty, and we continue to grow and change. Passion is the next one, and if you can't tell, I'm a little bit passionate. You need to be passionate. You need to follow your own path, whatever that is. Never follow anyone else's path. There is no single road, and you have to be brave and create your own pathway. I'm very proud to say I've been the first of many things over my career. The first female production superintendent, the first female general manager in a remote community. This is a reflection of passion, but it's also a reflection of the support that I had behind me. Being passionate about what you do will bring you immense fulfillment. Your job cannot just be a paycheck. Even in the bad days, there will be moments that bring you joy. My passion has led me to opportunities I never thought were possible. I've been able to change from being a scientist to becoming a teacher at CQU, to relocating my family to the remote areas of Australia and undertaking diverse roles. Often I questioned my ability, imposter syndrome, but someone believed in me, my leaders believed in me, and they wanted me and they pushed me. So I trusted them, I opened those doors and I strode through them into the unknown. My passion to develop and grow my team is a major driver, and it continues to be so fulfilling. So, when you get that opportunity to go through a door, open it, walk through it with pride, even if you don't know what's on the other side. And believe in yourself, just like somebody believed in me. And lastly, but ultimately the most important, people. To be truly happy, you have to stand for something greater than yourself. To move forward, you must give back. And to me, this is the greatest lesson in life. To be happy, you must pay it forward. As an engineer and a scientist, it's often hard to grapple with those social sciences, but that has been my greatest learning. I'm very fortunate in my job that I get to interact with so many great people in our community and be able to see the amazing work that happens. And I encourage everyone to think about how you can give back. Ultimately, we are people who are social creatures. And today, as you celebrate your individual accomplishments, remember those that were supporting you. Remember that you can't do it alone. As you navigate through the rest of your life, be open to collaboration and cooperation. No one is here today because they did it on their own. CQU has afforded you, like me, an amazing start, a jumping stone to kick your careers off. Please remember to work hard, be kind, pay it forward, and make sure you regularly step outside your comfort zone. Work out what your 4 Ps are, and I guarantee amazing things will happen. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you all very much success. Enjoy today, and I hope to see you up here one day. Maybe I'll be back down there again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Murray. I am pleased to present a musical performance by our Conservatorium of Music students, current students and graduates, accompanied on piano by Professor Judith Brown, AM. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage. That's quite a long way. Thank you, students and Professor Brown. I now call upon the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor and President to present the graduates.
Will all graduates please stand? Chancellor, as Vice-Chancellor and President, I certify to you and to Council these graduates standing before you today have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the University, and I ask that you present them with their respective awards.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I'm pleased to present our newest graduates with their awards. Please honour them with your applause.
Will all graduates please be seated? Chancellor, I call upon Professor Michelle Bellingham, Vice President Academic, to present the graduates.
Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from Vocational Education and Training, undergraduate and postgraduate courses. With a Diploma of Business, Melanie Glover. A Diploma of Business in the Digital Age, Tracy Cuttress-Smith. And Dean Ezzy. Further candidates for the Diploma of Business in the Digital Age, Camille MacDonald. And Danny Allen Stone. Sally Vico. Also with a Diploma of Business in the Digital Age, Ronald Vispel. A Diploma of Digital Media, Jared Sanders. A Diploma of Hospitality Management, Carl de Vera. An Associate Degree of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Matthew Stevenson. An Associate Degree of Engineering in Mining, Victor Kolner. With a Bachelor of Accident Forensics, Bruce Wales. A Bachelor of Accounting, Christine Vasillo. The Bachelor of Accounting in Financial Planning, Jessie Pegg. Bachelor of Accounting and Financial Planning with distinction, Katrina Fredrickson. The Bachelor of Building Design, Courtney Pardella. The Bachelor of Business in Management, Julie Muscat. The Bachelor of Business in Management with distinction, Rachel Sander. A Bachelor of Business in Management and Accounting, Jacob Williams. A Bachelor of Business in Management and Accounting with distinction, Stephanie Crass. A Bachelor of Business in Management and Financial Planning with distinction, Hannah Murray. A Bachelor of Business in Management and Marketing, Tanya Foy. A Bachelor of Digital Media with distinction, Chloe Smith. Also with a Bachelor of Digital Media with distinction, Andrew Vella. Candidates for the Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood, Lucille Martin. And Makili Sippel. Angela Skinner. Candidates for the Bachelor of Education Primary, Montana Brown. And Santali De Suesa. Maureen Gracia. Riley Simpson. For the Bachelor of Education Primary with distinction, Angela Russo. Candidates for the Bachelor of Education Secondary, Sean Campbell. And Michael Good. Macy Ronald. For the Bachelor of Environmental Science in Water Management, Jane Duran. For the Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Sciences, Sebastian Lapgard. With a Bachelor of Laws and also wearing a cultural sash, Natasha Bago. Further candidates for the Bachelor of Laws, Brianna Beale. And Jessica Duprat. Pardeep Kumar. Rebecca Mello. A Bachelor of Laws with distinction, Nicholas Coughlin. A Bachelor of Medical Imaging, Beth Seville. Candidates for the Bachelor of Music, Eli Kemp. And Alicia MacDonald. Ben Scott. Candidates for a Bachelor of Music with distinction, Jade Ellingson. And Andrew Fitzpatrick. Candidates for the Bachelor of Nursing, Bianca Arbart-Huber. And Cherie Archie Diarcano. Sarah Arnold. Angela Badger. Kiana Becker. Caitlin Brazil. Kate Bergman. Sabrina Dalton. Nicole Dorrington. Sarah Hargreaves. Emily Harling. Brianna Kerr. Hayley Lowe. Nadia Matthews. Further candidates for the Bachelor of Nursing, Alexis Minns. Sarah Noble. Narissa Pashley. Jasmine Perry. Samantha Pittaway. Amanda Roxburgh. Shakana Schrader. Shane Smith. Darcy Taylor. Caitlin Toivonen. Renee Toya. Caitlin Tracy. Nikita van Wyk. Hayley Wallace. Candidates for the Bachelor of Nursing with distinction, Hayley Eves. Nicola Enderwick. Nicole Glossop. Amanda Hood. Catrice Mills. Melinda Wong Hoi. Candidates for the Bachelor of Paramedic Science, Brittany Hanno. Leanne Tickle. The Bachelor of Paramedic Science with distinction, Lucy Owls. A Bachelor of Psychological Science, Taylor McIntosh. A Bachelor of Psychological Science with distinction, Matthew Lombardozzi. A Bachelor of Science in Applied Chemistry, Josephine Dudler. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science, Chiropractic, Thomas Horn. Tyler Pittaway. Lani Seaton. Morgan Thompson. With a Bachelor of Science Chiropractic with distinction, Miranda Davidson. A Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Psychology, Paige Farlow. Candidates for the Bachelor of Theatre in Drama, Harlan Devonshire. Max Kingsbury. A Bachelor of Theatre in Music Theatre, Madeline Bull. Jamison Butler. Madison Crace. Isabella Davison. Hannah Herwin. The Bachelor of Theatre in Music Theatre with distinction, Emily Dunn. A Bachelor of Accounting, Bachelor of Business in Human Resource Management, Emma Starr. A Bachelor of Accounting, Bachelor of Business in Marketing, Rhiannon Heisrath. Renee Sanini. Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Laws, Kelsey Charlton. With a Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Electrical, Bridie Watson Thornton. A Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science Honours, Jamie Nielsen. And May Lee Wilson. Bachelor of Psychological Science Honours, Rebecca Brown. A Graduate Certificate in Asset and Maintenance Management, Harry Fermansha. Candidates for the Bachelor of Medical Sonography, Graduate Diploma of Medical Sonography, Danielle Gutschlag. And Michaela Lewis. Present candidates for the Master of Clinical Chiropractic, Kobe Blair. Gerard Chandler. Matthew Gurry. Jonathan Mattibag. With a Master of Clinical Chiropractic with distinction, Caitlin Robertson. With a Master of Teaching Secondary, Natasha Hoger. Further candidates for the Master of Teaching Secondary, Joanne Moore. A Master of Arts, to Lou Stanton. Chancellor, thank you. That concludes the presentation of graduates from vocational education and training, undergraduate and postgraduate courses.
Thank you, Professor Bellingham. I now invite the Vice President of Research, Professor Grant Stanley, to present the doctoral graduates.
Thanks, Nicole. Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you the following doctoral graduates. These candidates have undertaken a program of supervised research and study that has made a significant original contribution to knowledge. This qualification is a highly regarded achievement where these candidates have demonstrated specialised knowledge through thesis dissertation. Doctoral programs may be undertaken in many disciplines, and only high calibre graduates who have demonstrated academic merit may obtain entry to this award. Research is an integral part of CQUniversity Australia's purpose. We have a strong commitment to the conduct of cutting-edge research in new areas that challenge the boundaries of the traditional disciplines to provide distinctive research solutions with regional, national and international benefit. I present Suzanne Francisco for the degree of Doctor of Education. Suzanne's thesis title is Ready, Set, Grow, The Nature and Power of Teacher Behaviour. Ready, Set, Grow, The Nature and Power of Teacher Behaviour explored the relationship between teachers' own childhood and schooling experiences and their responses as adults to student behaviour in the classroom. From the findings, differentiated learning for teachers was proposed to build self-efficacy, capability, and strengthen their relationships with students. Suzanne's principal supervisor was Emeritus Professor Bruce Knight, and Associate Supervisor was Dr. Michelle Vanderberg. I also note that Suzanne's daughter Natasha also graduated today. I present Dr. Suzanne Francisco. I present Dean Callaghan for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dean's thesis title is Velocity-Based Methods to Monitor Post-Match Neuromuscular Status in Rugby League Players. Dean investigated a novel method to assess and monitor fatigue in semi-professional rugby league players. Using back squat velocity, this research revealed increased fatigue in players in the last phase of a season, significantly impairing performance. These findings are now used in planning of seasonal training in team sport athletes. Dean's principal supervisor was Dr. Nathan Ellsworthy, and associate supervisors were Dr. Joshua Guy and Dr. Crystal Keane. I present Dr. Dean Callaghan. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of doctoral graduates.
Thank you, Professor Stanley. I now call upon Miss Emily Dunn to deliver the response by the graduates' representative.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, staff of the university and fellow graduates, good afternoon. On behalf of myself and my fellow graduates, I would like to present our guest speaker, Miss Linda Murray, with a gift of our appreciation. It's both an honour and a privilege to have been asked to represent you all today at our graduation ceremony. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emily Dunn, and I'm graduating today with a Bachelor of Theatre, specialising in music theatre. Whilst I have immense gratitude and pride for this role this evening, I can't help but look around at all the graduates in the room and see such a vast array of perspectives that are equally as deserving of being shared on this monumental day. We all derive from unique backgrounds. We all have acquired an extensive variety of talents and skills. We all have made our own sacrifices to be standing here today. But despite all these variables, we all share one thing in common, and it's the uniting factor that links all our paths in this hall today. Not to sound corny, but we all have a dream. And without this dream, this moment right now would cease to exist. There is a quote that has been displayed in my family home for as long as I can remember, and I think that it represents the essence of today exquisitely. It reads, "Remember yesterday, dream about tomorrow, but live today." Picture this dream you have set for your future. Visualize it in your mind in this very second. This dream can take many different shapes, and the fine print will read differently between person to person. But what's paramount is that we all have a summit that we are working tirelessly to conquer, an Everest awaiting exploration. Today we have arrived at a checkpoint along the way. It's an opportunity to acknowledge your diligence and perseverance, as well as appreciate the loyalty you have displayed on your path thus far. Today we stand on the Hillary step and can admire the view of our lives from a new vantage point. It's a pretty surreal scene. Reflection is also an integral part of today, and I welcome you in this moment to remember every step that you have taken to ascend that inch higher. The assignments you stressed tirelessly over, the extensive amounts of caffeine consumption, the days when you just wanted to quit and sleep in but got out of bed anyways. Today is the reason for it all. Think back to base camp where it all began, week 1 of orientation day. The butterflies throwing somersaults in your stomach as you meet your peers for the first time and venture into the unknown together. It's bizarre to reflect upon who we were as people at the starting line in comparison with who we are now at the finish line. Of course, all of this could never have been possible without the assistance and guidance from CQUniversity's monumental support network. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of my peers to send our sincere appreciation to the CQU lecturers, administration, and staff for their selfless, never-ending support in helping us achieve our potential. I would also like to thank our personal support networks. These are the people who love us unconditionally and who remain by our sides through every challenge and obstacle, offering undevoted support. The parents, the husbands, the wives, the children, the siblings, the friends, and the partners. We thank you for believing in us and sharing in our happiness today. Moreover, I'd like to take this opportunity to say a special thank you to some specific individuals who have been particularly influential figures in my own life these past few years. Dr. Judith Brown, Nicole Thompson, and Dr. Linda Lorenza, I appreciate your inspiring leadership and devotion to challenging our minds. Also to my immediate family, Anne, Stephen, and tribe, as well as friends, I send my warmest of thanks. For that, for all of you, and for everyone I haven't mentioned who has played a role in getting me and my peers to where we are today, I say a big and honest thank you. Graduates, we should feel immense pride in ourselves today. I wish you all the best of luck in your respective paths ahead, and I hope you all, someday in the distant future, take conquest of your own Everest pinnacle. Remember that the mountains will never lower themselves to your level, but you must rise to the demands presented to you by the climb. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dunn. I now ask the Chancellor to deliver the charge to graduates.
I now ask all graduates to please stand. As newly conferred graduates of CQUniversity, it is at this stage in the ceremony that we conduct a turning of the tassel. This is a long-standing university tradition that officially symbolises your transition from graduand to graduate of CQUniversity. Please now move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. I charge you, as graduates of CQUniversity Australia, to maintain a commitment to lifelong learning, to strive for truth, integrity and compassion, to contribute to your chosen profession, and by the application of your abilities, support and nurture the communities of which you are part. May your achievements bring honour to your university, your chosen profession, and to yourself. Congratulations, graduates. Graduates, please now turn and thank your supporters. Please be seated.
Esteemed guests, that concludes our ceremony. On behalf of the Chancellor and staff from CQUniversity, I would like to thank you for attending. I ask you now to please stand while the official party retires and applaud our graduates as they walk through. Once all graduates have exited the room, you may join them in the foyer. Thank you.
Everybody, 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 no